I'm attempting to break a burger challenge record here at Jack Brown's in Nashville, Tennessee, which currently stands at 14 burgers. And it's a challenge so monumental, you get 2 hours to complete it. Win, and your meal is free. Fail, and it's gonna cost over $150. Which is why I went for a workout beforehand to better prepare for the challenge by building up my appetite.
Do you want to go swimming?
Do not want to go swimming. Not after eating 17 pounds of food. Be a nice anchor, it might not even make it, might not even be able to swim. So it's the day after basically completing the 4 food challenges in 48 hours quest. Basically had about 17 pounds worth of food. Quite a ridiculous amount, but I'm trying not to think about it too much. Ethan and I are right now heading off to a local gym complex. Gonna try to get some more movement in, try to burn some of this off, but anything I do now is basically just gonna minimize the damage. It's a nice day out. I'm gonna feel good getting this workout in. Without further ado, let's get these adventures started. Oh, this isn't too shabby.
Feeling re-energized, it was time to make my way to the restaurant.
All right, so I'm here at Jack Brown's, about to take on this burger record challenge. Now, there's a decent amount of variety burgers to choose from. The record for this challenge is 14 burgers, so I have to have 15. And then Ethan also has done this challenge, and he's got, I think, the overall record, which is 20. I think what I'm gonna do is make sure I beat the 14 to get the challenge complete, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can best him on that 20. I think I'm gonna go with a few varieties towards the end once I get like a bunch of the cheeseburgers and hamburgers. So without further ado, let's get this challenge started.
And with my plan ready, I made my way into the restaurant and put my first order of burgers in. And when it arrived, it was game time. And let this epic food adventure begin. Starting off with the first round of 8 hamburgers as I'm using both hands to clench those soft buns, then going to town and sending it down. And boy, were these burgers absolutely fantastic. Made with 100% American Wagyu beef. These were simple, yet certainly effective. The meat was just so tender, juicy, and flavorful. And that's actually how they like it here at Jack Brown's. In fact, it's even on their menu saying that you better not ask for lettuce or tomatoes, as they prefer to keep things simple and basic. Not only do these basic burgers taste great, but between those softer buns and hot tender meat, putting them into my mouth and just having it slide right down took no effort at all. By the way, there's a ton of sandwich wrapping paper that comes with these burgers, so I figured why not just keep a wastebasket next to me? Try to keep things on the cleaner side. Also, my sincerest apologies to all the trees that were involved in this because, like I said, there's a lot of wrappers being tossed out. With 5 burgers down in just over 2.5 minutes. Seems like I might just have this done in no time at all, but I still want to see your predictions in the comments down below on your guess of what my final time will be.
That time was good. Yeah, I only got this one left. Did you have to wait at all when you did yours?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Like 5 minutes.
Doggy.
Can I get an next 5.
Alright, got it.
Having made quick work of the first round of burgers, it was time for round 2, consisting of 2 burgers and 5 cheeseburgers. And I was keeping a great pace, so I immediately ordered the next round of burgers, setting my sights not just on the 14 to beat, but aiming towards Ethan's record of 20. And just like the last batch, these burgers were banging, especially with the cheese, which was just enough flavor to add into the mix. I might be filling up on burgers, but I still have a quota to meet when it comes to these cheeky winks of mine.
Got a massive bubble right here.
I definitely needed all the extra space I could get for this one, which is why I switched to the trusty Diet Coke, not only for its refreshing flavor, but also use that carbonation to help burp up some of those air pockets inside.
I hope getting 5 more wasn't reckless.
Well, doesn't really matter now, does it? You're committed. By the way, the record to beat resets each year on this challenge, and I also believe it's per location. So the record could be different depending where you attempt the challenge.
Only 5 more. Only 5 more.
As I was waiting for my next round of burgers, one thing I realized that was probably one of the biggest hurdles of the challenge that really I didn't think about was the dreaded waiting game. Despite the quick service I had initially, the kitchen had other orders to deal with, and so I waited. And with each minute, it started to feel like an eternity, as I could feel those burgers just starting to swell up in my stomach. Also, thinking about how these next 5 burgers were going to be specialty burgers really didn't help at all, as they would be much bigger and loaded with even more toppings. So I did my best to keep myself in good spirits while I waited.
Oh, hope these 5 don't kill me. Hopefully 5 more wasn't too reckless. Still got that gap. Right there. Shake it out. Just in case.
Okay, time for the final stretch. As I prepared for this eating endeavor that laid ahead, because if I couldn't finish these 5, well, it'd be quite a bill to pay, and even worse, I'd have to face the never-ending ridicule from my eating rival, Eager Ethan, and honestly, that just seemed too unbearable. So I grabbed my first specialty burger, the Greg Brady, a burger topped with in-house mac and cheese, American cheese, and barbecue potato chips. And despite feeling more stuffed than a Thanksgiving turkey, this was another great burger that didn't disappoint. The combination of the mac and cheese along with the chips not only provided a great combination of taste, but the contrast and the softer and crispy textures provided a great mouthfeel with each bite. To my surprise, they switched up the scenery here for a more nightlife setting, now setting my sights on the Chiffle burger, which includes cheese, bacon, and a sunny side up egg, and known around these parts to be the, quote, cure for what ails you. Though if I have anything that ails me right now, it probably has to do with cramming all these burgers into that big ol' locker of mine. But for those who've just come back from a late night bender out on the town, this would certainly be a great cure. Continuing to persevere through this gastrointestinal gauntlet, my next target was the paunch, which is actually only available on Fridays. And it has guacamole, bacon, pepper jack cheese, and sriracha mayo. And regardless of the royal rumble that was taking place in my stomach, this was by far my favorite burger. The guacamole and the sriracha really shine through, yet aren't so overpowering that the other toppings go unnoticed. It was very unexpected, but certainly welcomed. The next burger to take down was the Elvis burger, which had peanut butter, mayo, bacon, and cheese. Honestly, the thought of peanut butter and mayo together, it's kind of wild. But I was curious to see what this burger was all about, and turns out, it was my least favorite burger. Not because of the taste, honestly. I didn't think it was half bad. But the peanut butter and the chewier bacon was really gumming up the works, which made every bite super hard to swallow. Also, shouldn't an Elvis burger have a slice of banana in it? Maybe skipping it here was for the better. Adding that into the mix might be a bit too much. Things are starting to feel real rough as I'm riding the struggle bus here, but I wasn't planning on making it this far just to lose. So after finishing a staggering 19 burgers, it all comes down to this final one, the Cowboy, which comes with bacon, American cheese, and is topped with barbecue sauce. And like the Alamo, this burger was making its last stand, attempting to overcome my taste buds with its rich, savory flavors. But at this point, nothing was gonna stand in my way of achieving victory.
Very filling.
Fulfilling?
Yeah, very good burgers and very filling. You guys, will do.
Good luck with the rest of your challenges.
Thank you. Oh. Thankfully, I was able to complete the challenge. Got the sweet shirt. In the back. Also got this nice hat. Food.